let's talk about asymptotes and infinity and limits. Let's say we have a function f of x is equal to 1 of x. How to understand what happens with this function? You have one friend and you share $1 with your friend. You want to give $1 to your friend. You divide 1 by 1 and it is what you will give to your friend. Let's say this is coordinate system, this is y-axis. One friend, $1 you gave him something. Let's say you have 10 friends. You divide by 10. Let's say you have 1,000 friends. How will you divide your $1 into 1,000? You probably can go and buy a kilogram of sugar and give 1 gram to a friend. It will be 1,000 friends. You will give 1 gram for the friend and it will be you given. Is it 0? No, you gave something. Let's say you have 10 million friends. What would you do? Or maybe you have 10 billion friends. What would you do? So you take that kilogram of sugar, grind it into molecules, and to each friend you give 1 molecule. 1 molecule. Is it 0? No, you gave something. This is a big number in denominator, but still, when you divide 1 by this number, it's not 0 yet. And here, your function is not 0 yet. Value of the function is not 0 yet. Let's say you want to share your $1 with every single star and planet in the world, in the entire universe. What would you do? You take this number and raise to the power. And then you divide 1 by this number. Big number. What would you do? You take your kilogram of sugar, you grind it into molecules. Then you grind it into atoms and maybe into subatomic particles. And to each item you give 1 subatomic particle. Did you give 0? Not yet. Did you divide by infinity? Not yet. This is a huge number, but it is not infinity yet, and here is not 0 yet. How far from 0? 1 subatomic particle from 0. What would you do if you want to raise this to the power of 1,000,000? That is a huge number. What would you give to each person? Let's look what's quantum mechanics tells us. The least number which we have is Planck constant, so you give something equivalent to Planck constant. And what will happen to your function? Is the value of function will be 0? Not yet. You divide it by this huge number, but it is not 0 yet. How far from 0? 1 Planck constant away from 0, but still not 0. This is your x-axis. So what happens to your function? The limit of your function f of x approaches 0 when your value of x comes to this. What is this? This is infinity. Is this infinity? It's huge, but it is not yet. Why? Because you always can add 1. 1 more. 1 more. Infinity is something which you cannot reach, and this function will never be 0. Value of function is never 0, but it is a boundary number for the function. 0 is a boundary number, which is a limit, and this number gives you equation of the line, which is a boundary line, and we call it asymptote. Asymptote function approaches arbitrarily close, hence distance tends to 0, but it is not 0 yet, never 0 yet, and the equation of asymptote is always y is equal to a constant. Horizontal asymptote, y is equal to a constant. What constant is? This number. What is the boundary number of your function? This is a number which will give you the equation of the asymptote, horizontal asymptote, when your x approaches infinity, and the behavior of the function. It describes and behavior of the function. And this is not infinity yet. No. Infinity is something which you cannot reach. You always can add one, and one more, and one more, no matter how big the number is. And you divide one by this number, divide by its number, and it is never zero. This is about limit, asymptote, and infinity.